Hey everyone, I'm Sam Clark with Crimson Education, and today we are going to talk about the top 10 law schools in the United States according to the U.S. News & World Report 2021 University Rankings. It's actually the top 11 law schools technically because of a couple ties. You'll see why. Let's do it. Roll title. U.S. News & World Report provides the best, most world-renowned rankings of universities in the world, and Crimson Education is a partner with U.S. News & World Report, so that's why we're doing their rankings. They're the best. You can learn how they do those rankings both in a video below about their overall college rankings and in an article more specifically about their law school rankings. It's the most rigorous rankings that are out there, but obviously they're not the end-all be-all. So if you want to learn more about if law school is right for you, how to get into the law school that you need to get into, that is the best fit for you, you can click one of the links below to connect with Crimson's academic experts. Some of them are specifically focused on law schools and getting in where is best for you, or getting into the college that might set you up best to decide if you want to go to law school, etc. So check that out. It's a great resource, but let's get into the rankings. Let's dive right in. Let's do this. Starting off the rankings, there is a three-way tie for 9th place. Tied with number 9 on our list is University of Michigan, Ann Arbor Law School. University of Michigan, Ann Arbor has about 1,000 full-time law students and a faculty-to-student ratio of about 7-to-1. Something that's super unique about UMich Ann Arbor Law School is that a lot of students get a jump start on their law school education with what's called Summer Start. About a quarter of the students enroll in this program, which basically allows you to, as it sounds, to start off in the summer. There's nothing wild about Summer Start. It's basically you can start some of your classes earlier, which gives you more flexibility later on in law school, which can be key. A lot of students at UMich Ann Arbor Law School get dual degrees in such areas as Law and Business Administration, Law and Japanese Studies, and Law and Natural Resources. UMich Ann Arbor is really focused on the global perspective of the practice of law, which is something that makes it really unique, which means that they require all students to take a course in transnational law. Similar to that global tilt, a lot of students have the opportunity to take a semester abroad at Amsterdam Law School, which is sort of a sister school across the pond. Or they could take a semester abroad at a couple other law schools, which also include Waseda University Law School in Japan or Bucerius Law School in Germany. Notable alumni include ABC News journalist Bob Woodruff and Valerie Jarrett, who was one of President Obama's advisors. Tied for number 9 on our list is the University of California, Berkeley, or UC Berkeley, up in the Bay Area. There's about 980, 990 students there with a small faculty to student ratio of about 6-to-1. Now, one thing that is very unique about UC Berkeley School of Law is that they do not use letter grades and they do not use GPA. That's something else. The students are also not ranked among their peers. It's sort of part of the overall teaching philosophy of UC Berkeley Law. It's also a law school that has been sort of at the frontier of many emerging areas of law, including intellectual property law, as well as other technology-related areas of laws, which makes a lot of sense given their proximity to Silicon Valley. A lot of hands-on opportunities directly outside of the classroom at UC Berkeley Law, including 10 student publications and several think tanks that are on campus and law clinics that are run by students. The school also has a field placement program for advanced students, which puts students in organizations ranging from the Sierra Club, their environmental law program, to the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission. Notable alumni include David Estrada, who was a former YouTube managing counsel at Google Incorporated. And our final school tying for number 9 on our list is Northwestern University Law School, or Pritzker Law School. NYU has about 750 full-time law students with a student-to-faculty ratio of just 4.2-to-1. Something very worth noting if you're applying to Northwestern Law School is they are actually the only law school in the country that, quote, strongly encourages applicants to interview with the admissions committee on campus in particular. So that really factors into your planning as you're applying to law school, certainly. There's also an accelerated JD program at Northwestern that students can apply to, in which you will get through all of law school in just 2 years. In addition to the accelerated JD program at Northwestern, there are a bunch of joint degree programs, including a JD MBA with the very, very famous Kellogg School of Management, as well as a JD PhD at a number of different Northwestern graduate schools. Northwestern is really well known for its mock trial and moot court teams, and in fact, all first-year students are required to take part in moot court. It's called the Arlen Minor First Year Moot Court Program. There's also 5 legal journals and a slew of other student organizations that students in their first and second years can join. Many notable alumni from Northwestern Law School, probably most notably is Supreme Court Justice John Paul Stevens. Number 8 on our list is the University of Virginia Law School in Charlottesville, which has about 964 students and a student-faculty ratio of about 7:1. Something that's pretty notable about University of Virginia Law School, but not notable at University of Virginia in particular, is that like all of the other schools at the University of Virginia, the law school runs on a student honor code. That means that students pledge that they will not lie, they will not cheat in all their years there, and a student-run jury can expel students if they are found to be guilty of lying or cheating. A lot of students at University of Virginia Law School earn joint degrees, a JD MBA in particular from the Darden School of Business. There are a lot of specific school institutes for very particular areas of law at the University of Virginia Law School. That includes the Centers for Ocean Law and National Security Law. And thanks to a sizable gift from the Price is Right host Bob Barker and an animal rights advocate, there's an animal law program in addition. Also really, really great study abroad opportunities for University of Virginia law students. They have semester exchange programs in Germany, in New Zealand, in England, and in Israel. Notable alumni include Janet Napolitano, who's the former U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security, and Will Shortz, the crossword guy. He does the New York Times crossword puzzles. Number 7 on our list is UPenn, University of Pennsylvania, Carey Law School. They've got about 750 students there with a student-to-faculty ratio of 5:1. As is true with a lot of different UPenn grad schools, there's a huge emphasis at UPenn Carey Law School on a cross-disciplinary approach. So they really, really encourage their students to also study in their other graduate schools, including Wharton School of Business. With that in mind, students have the opportunity to take additional courses to earn special certificates in law. So for example, they could also earn a certificate in East Asian Studies or gender and sexuality. One major notable requirement for UPenn law students is that they must complete 70 hours of pro bono law work before they graduate. And that can take a number of different forms, from community service projects to law clinics that are in the area around UPenn and more. Number 6 on our list is New York University, or NYU Law School, located right in the heart of New York City. It's a little bit larger than some of the other ones on our list. There's about 1,400 full-time students, a faculty to student ratio of 5.8:1. From their very, very first year on campus, NYU students get hands-on experience through what's called the lawyering program for first-year students. When they get into the second and their third year, there's even more hands-on experience with about 30 different possible legal clinics, on-campus centers through which they can really exercise what they're learning in a hands-on way. Much like our other schools, there's a lot of opportunities here for joint degrees at NYU's world-renowned additional graduate schools, such as their Stern School of Business, and just moving a little bit outside of New York City, they can also go to the Princeton Woodrow Wilson School of International Affairs or Harvard Kennedy School of Government.